Hey, how you doing there? Hendrix here from Super Simple Guitar, and welcome to another 5-Minute Friday. Short and simple little lesson that you can take, make your own, and have a lot of fun with over the weekend. So today we're going to be checking out the classic tune, Hey Joe. Alright, I'm going to show you how to get through that chord progression. I'm going to show you how to play that intro. And also kind of what the intro is based off of, right? This is really E minor pentatonic. And we're going to, have a lot of fun checking out also that bass line. So make sure to stick around. Also, I have a free tab for you. It's linked right underneath this video or above it if you're on Facebook. Grab that. It'll be easier for you to follow along. And I also am going to link, when you get to that site, to a second lesson that I did a couple years back with an electric guitar, where I show you how to play the same chord progression just further up the neck, right? So it's going to be a slightly different perspective than this kind of acoustic version that we're doing, okay? So you're going to get the tab, you're going to get some free courses, and you're also going to get that extra video, okay? That's free underneath this video. So let's take a look at the intro first. So basically we're working out of E minor pentatonic here for the intro, and what we're going to do is we're going to slide from the 3rd fret into the 5th fret, right? But we're letting that first string ring, right? And then we're sliding back. So okay, then we're going to go into the 3rd string, 4th fret, slide back and do a pull off. So really slowly, excuse me. See that? One more time, real slow. And then open E, going into an E major. Okay. And then this really cool thing happens where we're going to take the 4th and 5th string, 4th fret, slide it into the 5th fret. So, and then I'll pick it again. So I'll go, see that? So sliding in, hitting it again gently, right? We're going to do this with ease. That happens 2 times, go back, and then back into E. Okay? And when I'm playing the E, I'm not just strumming the entire chord right away. I'm kind of first hitting those lower notes, and then hitting those higher notes. So it's kind of breaking that chord into 2 pieces, just making it more interesting for the ear rather than going, that doesn't sound as cool as, see that? So those are little things that you can play with that are going to make your simple chord sound different, right? It's a different sound for the ear. It's something you can play around with in your songwriting or in songs that you're playing, okay? So one more time, the whole thing, sliding in from the 3rd fret into the 5th fret, sliding back. Again, here I did that thing again, right? Where I first hit the lower notes with the upstroke going for those higher notes. See that? Then comes this cool little last lick that's going to go like this. So it's a hammer on to the 5th string, 2nd fret, and then the open 4th string. So, and I'm letting this ring when I hit that other note there. So I just messed up, but it's hard to talk and explain this stuff. Okay, so that's the entire intro that's going to lead us into the chord progression. So one more time, the whole thing really slowly, and then we're going to check out the chord progression and what you can do with that. Okay, so okay, practice that, take your time with it. When you're doing this thing, I sometimes even like to let the 4th string ring. You can have a couple of those strings ring if you want. You can keep it really tight. If you're playing an electric guitar with distortion, then I'd probably try to keep it tight, but on acoustic, it sounds pretty nice even if you let these other strings ring. You kind of get a little mystical sound there. Okay, just something to play around with, right? That's a theme of all of my lessons. If you've been following me, thank you for following me. And you'll see that I'm always talking about just playing around. Don't be afraid to hit strings that I maybe don't even tell you to hit, and just see how it sounds. And if you like how it sounds, then use it, right? There's nothing wrong that you can do if it sounds good to you, okay? So that's the intro. And then after this thing, that leads us perfectly into our first chord, which is a C. See how nicely that B note wants to go into that C. So then we're going to go C. And again, I'm kind of differentiating the notes there, as I was showing you on that E major before, by hitting the bass notes first, right? Instead of just going and hitting that entire chord, right? So C into a G, G, D major, A major into an E. Again, that where I'm not just strumming the entire chord. I'm going for those lower notes, then strumming, right? Here, what I'm doing with my first finger is I'm muting out that 6th string, right? Because if the 6th string rings, it gets really muddy. So if you see this finger and you're wondering what it's doing, I'm kind of just discreetly, putting it there keep everything else quiet, to keep that 6th string quiet. So that's basically the chord progression, right? Now there are some little embellishments and fun things that you could try to do once you got that basic chord progression under your fingers, right? So let me try to show you that. So starting on the C, these two are pretty basic. On that D, I really love to add in the sus4, okay? And all that is adding my pinky here and then pulling it off. See that? So it's on the 3rd fret, 1st string. So into A, and then when I go from that A into the E, I also like to do a hammer with my pinky, leading me to the E again. One more time. See that? And you see now, when I did that slide-in thing, I had these open notes ringing, right? And it sounded pretty good. I kind of like how that sounds. Okay, so that's the basic chord progression, right? In that more advanced lesson at my website, when you get there, I do this thing, which is more kind of like for electric guitar, where I go C, then I slide it into a G, we play the E here, A here, and then we go into the E. Okay, so if you want to learn that, that's going to be linked up when you get to the website, in case you want to learn an even more advanced way. But for the 5-Minute Friday today, I'd like to keep it kind of simple. So one more time, the whole thing, just so you can see how it all fits together in context. And then I'll show you that little bass line to close down the lesson, okay? So let's just do it. Again, this is E minor pentatonic. This here is the 2nd position, right? Right? That's the 1st position. So let's play the whole thing now, and then let's learn that little bass line, okay? So really slow the whole thing. One more time, just for fun. Right? Okay, so that's the last thing I'm going to show you. So for this bass line, we're going to hit the 3rd fret 3rd fret, 5th string. So that's the first note. Open, 6th string. 1, 2, 3. Go down, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go up, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go back down. And then that leads us perfectly into this E. So what I did there is I played that E raised 9, which is kind of that Jimi Hendrix chord, as we like to call it. You could just go straight into an E major, right? But I really like to hit that E7. And then do that thing. So this bass line one more time, and again, this is going to be tabbed out for you. So if I'm going too fast, just get the tab, all right? So that leads us back into the chord progression, okay? So there's a lot of other things you could do with these chords, obviously, but this should give you a lot of, juice to get started with it, to start having fun with it, to get improvisational with it. And yeah, that's about that. So if you like this lesson, I really hope you did. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe. Again, you can get extra goodies in the link down below. And if not, then here's another lesson. You can keep hanging out with me. It's going to be a lesson very similar to this one. So see you there if you want to, or if not, see you at my website. I'm looking forward to helping you on your guitar journey. All right, have a great weekend. Take it easy. Bye-bye.